Woo! The nail biter that wasn't supposed to be a nail biter. I don't know about y'all, but I figured when I saw OKC Thunder on the schedule for the Denver Nuggets, that was going to be a win. I don't know if you remember, but the Denver Nuggets did not show up against the Thunder a few weeks ago. Got blown out of the building. Nikola Jokic had his worst game of the year. And, but the Denver Nuggets, they come back. They make up for it in the second game. And look, man, it wasn't what you wanted it to be, but at least they closed out with a win because we've seen them give up a game and give up big leads plenty of times, y'all. Y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm SwipaCam. Y'all, hit that subscribe button. We are 2,400 away from 10,000 subscribers. And like I said, I know that we can get there soon. Let's get to 10,000 subscribers and we can take this channel to another level and start planning our trip to Sombor or Belgrade, Serbia, y'all. Anyway, y'all, the Denver Nuggets come away with a win against the OKC Thunder, 99-95. And I gotta say that it looked like the MVP was done at about halftime. It looked like he was done at about halftime. You see, the Denver Nuggets had a great lead going into the half. They were up 12 points. I think it was 61-49. Nikola Jokic had like 10, 7, and 3 or something at the half. The rest of the team was playing well, and you figured, you know what? The Denver Nuggets were on pace to score 122 points and only give up 98 points. It looked like one of those kind of nights. You figured that, you know what? Keep the momentum going. As long as they come out in the third quarter, everything's going to be all right. But sure enough, everything wasn't all right. Because the Denver Nuggets gave up 29 points in the third quarter, and they scored 19 points in the third quarter. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand the strategy. I don't understand the reasoning. I don't understand what it is ever since the 2019 season where the Denver Nuggets legitimately are one of the worst third quarter teams in the NBA. Maybe it's because they're tired. Maybe it's because the other team makes adjustments and because they're usually winning at half, they don't make the adjustment. I don't know what it is, but they come out flat. It's not even just like they come out. They're the best first quarter team in the NBA. I'll have to look this up. I think when I looked at it last time, they were the best third quarter team in the NBA, and they're one of the best first quarter teams in the NBA, one of the worst third quarter teams in the NBA. They just don't seem to be able to get together as a unit and decide that let's end the game now. And really, if we're being honest, y'all, closing the game early has not been a signature of this iteration of the Denver Nuggets. I think that they just, for some reason, they are more comfortable. I don't think, we know. The Nuggets are just more comfortable when they're having to play in situations that are a little bit tight, a little bit testy, where things could go one way or another. They like playing with their back against the wall, and it works really well in the playoffs. But that's why they only have one playoff win in the Michael Malone, Nikola Jokic era, where they won in 6 games or less. So I don't know what it is, man. They just don't. For some reason, they just don't do it. They just don't make those decisions that they need to close this out. And again, the OKC Thunder, man, they're a decent team. The OKC Thunder are sitting here at, 13-26. They lost 4 in a row. They're not great at all. I mean, they don't have anything about them that's uber special. They got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and some other pieces, but they're not great. But the fact of the matter is, for some reason, the Denver Nuggets just decide they're not going to show up when it comes to playing against some of these weaker teams. And I don't understand it. I don't get it. You think they would? The Charlotte game, the OKC Thunder game, the 76ers game. Oh, man. There's somebody else in there. Let's look at this. Because they had opportunities to pull away several times this year. They lost the game to the Mavericks. They could have won. They lost the game to the Hornets. They lost the game to the Thunder. They also lost that game to, the Spurs. They lost that game to the Magic. So really there's 3 or 4 games, again, that the Denver Nuggets could have came away with a victory, and their record would look completely different than it is right now. Even if they just won those 4 games, let's say 3 games, they would have 23 wins and only 15 losses, which would put them really 2 games almost behind the Grizzlies. But they just don't have that killer will when it comes to blowing teams out consistently like they should. But all that matters is they got the victory. They won. They're a 500 team basically this season because that's just the nature of the business. They don't have Jamal Murray. Don't have Michael Porter Jr. And tonight it looked like Nikola Jokic was just like, man, if it really is going to take me playing at an MVP level for you to beat the OKC Thunder, man, I just don't think that's what I want to do. And he was 8 of 21 tonight. Wasn't a great shooting game for him. 1 of 3 from 3, 5 of 5 from the free throw, thank goodness. 1 steal, no blocks. It was just one of them nights that Jokic was like, look, man, I'm not playing at MVP level tonight. He tried, he just didn't have it when it comes to his shot. He was 22 points in 33 minutes, 18 rebounds, and 6 assists, 8 of 21, and he was a plus 10 tonight, which was third on the team tonight, third in the starting unit tonight. He was a plus 10. Will Barton I had 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists, 5 of 14 from the field, 2 of 6 from the three-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He was a plus 8. And then Monte Morris tonight, 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists, 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 4 from the three-point line, and he was a team high, game high, plus 18. He was a team high and a game high, plus 18 tonight, which was clutch. He had some really important shots, and he was the complete difference from Facundo Campazzo tonight, which we'll talk about in a minute. He literally was everything good from the point guard position, and Facu was everything bad from the point guard position tonight. Again, Monte Morris, 8, 3, and 5, only had 1 turnover tonight. So a 5-to-1 assist ratio, which again is great. That's what you need from a team that already has Jokic on the team. Aaron Gordon tonight, decent game defensively. He really held down Shai Gilgeous-Alexander tonight, who had 4 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. He was 2 of 9 from the field, 0 of 4 from the three-point line with 2 turnovers, but he was a plus 11. And again, Aaron Gordon not only needs to be measured by his offensive output. Like I said last video, Aaron Gordon is measured by how he is playing against other wing players. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who burned I think Aaron Gordon didn't play that last game, matter of fact. When he burned the Denver Nuggets, tonight he only had 31 minutes. He had 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists on 2 of 14 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3. And he was a minus 15, which was the worst on the floor tonight for the OKC Thunder, and really the worst in the game. Because Aaron Gordon was locking him up. So again, measure Aaron Gordon by the fact that he had 4, 6, and 2, but also that Shai Gilgeous was 2 of 14 from the field, and Aaron Gordon was a primary defender on most of those possessions. So great game from him. JaMychal Green, 6 points, 3 rebounds tonight, 3 of 3 from the field, and he was a plus 6. He works really well with Nikola Jokic. He just gets him. It's just he understands what Jokic is looking for. He listens to Jokic, and he also knows where to get on the floor. He just knows how to respond. And so he really showed up and did some really crucial things in the stint that they played together. Only had 3 rebounds tonight, but not a lot was available. But he played really well. But really the MVP of the game, y'all, the MVP of the game, because without him, they wouldn't have won tonight, was Austin Rivers. The MVP of the game tonight was Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers tonight had 32 minutes played tonight, which is more than Gordon, more than Morris, and more than JaMychal Green, and even more than Jeff Green and Facundo Campazzo, because of minutes restriction, because of the COVID protocols and all that other stuff. But Austin Rivers tonight had 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist on 8 of 13 from the field, but a crucial 6 of 9 from the three-point line, and he was an even tonight. And the reason he was an even because he played mostly with the bench, who was terrible tonight. Austin Rivers tonight is the reason the Denver Nuggets won this game, partnered with Nikola Jokic tonight. Austin Rivers hit a key three-pointer at the end of the game in the fourth quarter as well. He had 6 three-pointers. I think 4 he had in the first half. He was 4-4 in the first half. I think he had 14 points in the first. It means he scored 8 more in the second. Man, he was just great tonight. He played good defense tonight. But the reason that he made it work was because his offensive output from the three-point line made it all come together. Because when that bench was on the floor, it was Bones Highland, Facundo Campazzo, and Austin Rivers. And 2 of those 3 players were terrible tonight. Facundo Campazzo, 22 minutes, had 1 point, 4 rebounds, and 8 assists. He was 0-4 from the field, 0-3 from the three-point line, 1-2 from the free throw line. He had 3 turnovers. He was a minus 14, which was team high tonight. Again, as I've said, and I think I shared this stat, the Facundo Campazzo, Austin Rivers net rating this year is one of the worst pairings on the team because they're both small. They can't play great interior or help defense. Both of them have the kind of rickety games, and they don't fit super well together because, again, he's not a sharpshooter. Austin Rivers most nights, and Facundo Campazzo is not an offensive threat, mainly a facilitator. But the reason that he is your bench point guard when Jamal Murray and Monte Morris are healthy is because for Facundo Campazzo, he's so limited outside of playmaking. Again, he's great. And that pick and roll he had with Jeff Green tonight and last game, amazing. But when Facundo Campazzo has an opportunity to hit a floater, that's not his game. When he has the opportunity to hit a mid-range shot, that's not his game. And even tonight, passed up a bunch of three-point shots because he didn't have it, and he wasn't super confident tonight. So when he's like that and he doesn't feel comfortable or doesn't feel confident, he's a liability, and it really showed tonight. Facundo Campazzo, again, 8 assists. That was great, but had a lot of gambling passes, was just throwing. He had 3 5-hole passes tonight. I think 2 of them went out of bounds. It just wasn't great tonight. It wasn't his night. It is what it is. But like I said, Austin Rivers made their pairing work. Bones Highland played with them tonight. He had 0 of 5, 0 of 3, and he was a -4. Bones Highland had a little mix-up with the COVID protocol stuff. I think he had an inconclusive test, had to stay back in Denver. And then when he actually heard that he was not positive, he had a negative test. He flew in commercial today. So, again, man, he's had such an up-and-down season. He just, it's just luck. Every time he has a good game, he ends up coming right back, and then it's just, trying to get his groove and stuff again. So he really struggled tonight. Wasn't good. Didn't score any points. Got a 3-point shot block that led to a transition bucket that he gave up. Wasn't good defensively. He's getting picked on a lot. Zeke Naji had 15 minutes tonight, 3 points and 6 rebounds. Good rebounding tonight. 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He was a -6. And Davon Reed tonight, 8 minutes, had a clutch 3-pointer, 2 rebounds, 3 points, 1 assist, 1 of 3, 1 of 1. He was even tonight. So once again, man, the night was saved by Nikola Jokic, and the night was saved by Austin Rivers and Aaron Gordon playing great defense, and Will Barton had some good possession, hit those last 2 3-pointers in the game. Nikola Jokic hit the last 2 3-pointers in the game. Last 2 free throws to win the game. Because Jokic had back-to-back free throws and Barton had back-to-back free throws, thus you get the 99 to 95. So, again, not a great performance, but the Nuggets are sitting here tied. They're at the 6th seed right now, and the most important thing is they got to win. That's the most important thing. Y'all, hit that subscribe button. Hey, y'all, remember, go subscribe to the Swipin with Swipa podcast. We'll have another episode coming out soon. Follow me at SwipaCam on Twitter, you all. Hey, and we will be back soon.